Well, hello everybody. We've got something a little different for you than normal. Um, this is a race on ACC that I had, and showing off the new Ford Mustang. And it was one of those races. It was just too good not to decide that we needed to do some commentary over it. So, we are in the formation lap. I do not know why OBS looks like it does. We're gonna change the cameras. Here we go. Good aerial shot here for the start. As we are heading up Eau Rouge, there's some contact in front of me, and then just chaos happens immediately. Just destruction and thousands of dollars worth of damage. As now we are on board here. Let's see, we get the in-car view here. That was one of the reasons why I decided to leave it in the ultra wide format instead of trying to get it to fit, because there's going to be some camera views that take advantage of it and some that don't. And then we have a McLaren that just sends it, takes out a Porsche, and does clip the other Porsche, but I think he was okay. This is my first proper race in the Mustang. Like, I did do a little practice in it at Monza because, it's a Mustang. Why not try Monza, a track that's just straight pretty much with a couple chicanes? And right here now on the back end of this Porsche. Getting back onto the TV cameras, you can see this beautiful creature here as it stands above the rest. Still smaller than the Bentley, though. I don't think any car that will ever exist will be bigger than the Bentley, except for maybe the BMW. Head down the back stretch now. I have it planted here. Just take advantage of it. Now, I think the Mustang is a V6 EcoBoost. Let's see by doing. Oh, I did something. Oh God, it's like horribly neon colored now. What have I done? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. I was trying to fix the saturation. Maybe it won't look so bad in editing. I don't know. Um, let's go on board now as we head up Eau Rouge. I decided I was gonna get aggressive with the bumps. Still feeling the car out because it's a different animal than what I've driven. Really, in all reality, the only thing that's the same about this car is the placement of the engine. Like, I started with the Lexus, then moved on to the Mercedes, and honestly, now that we have an American car, and me being an American, it's just natural to be just continue being a Ford factory driver. I swear, I don't choose Ford. Ford chooses me, and I don't. I guess it's just because they're more versatile, but in a lot of racing games that I'm in, I do find myself sitting in a Ford somehow. um, before I started doing YouTube like this, I played Forza, and I would either be, and for IMSA races, I was in the Ford DP at the time, and then depending on the circumstances, I would end up being in the Ford GT car. And now I find myself here in the Mustang. Okay, so we have a four-car pack here, a Porsche, two McLarens, and yours truly here in the boat. Good aerial shots here. I'm using every bit of track and some. Try and get the run on this purple McLaren. I guess I need to put my cursor somewhere out of the way for now. But the Mustang very fast in a straight line. McLaren, though, had the inside line. And we have a stack up behind me. A couple cars have collided. And in the race itself, I had no clue that there was a Porsche that close to me. And all I was trying to do is just try to get a better run out of the chicane on the McLaren. But that Porsche, even having a little bit of damage or being involved in that wreck on the first lap, still very fast. May still filling the Mustang out, but just I love it. Just screams eagles. Just bald eagles on the side of it. And driving it though, it does feel a little bit bigger, especially when the top of my hood is pretty much looking level with that McLaren's roof. It just feels it. Mechanically, the car is very tail end happy. I think that's just from all the power it has. It did take a little bit to get used to its handling, but it actually doesn't drive too bad. The other thing I had to get used to is that this isn't Le Mans Ultimate, and these cars actually don't turn on a dime. That was one thing I was adjusting to, but like, I'm just with this McLaren. He's not getting away from me. And I felt very confident being able to just go on the bumps. Like, I felt confident hitting the curbs and not worrying about the car just stepping out. Like, you can see a little twitch there. So we are heading down the backstretch to the aerial shot here. I'm on the outside. I don't have it on him. Trying to get the run. I'm beside him now. I have a run. And he got a marshal there with a yellow flag. The Bentley that was involved in the wreck on the prior lap is still sitting there for reasons unknown. So I had to concede, even though I was ahead of him a good bit. Just if I would have tried to take it from him, it would have been bad. Another thing with the Mustang though, being a front engine, you can see me switching a little there. The lines I have to take are a little different than everybody else in mid and rear engine cars. I have to kind of go as straight as I can to be able to get it full power. And look at that, going up the hill. Yep, no care there. Just got used to it now. We're going. We're going flat out. Fifth gear down the straight. And hard on the brakes in the second gear. You can't throttle it. You got to be very gentle with it. And sometimes you hit this corner right, you can actually burp it up into third and go, which I just did there. Head games are beginning now. I've got him in front of me, and I feel like he's holding me up. So the headlight flashing technique will now kick in. We have a blue flag being waved for the car in front of him. I'm sliding everywhere here, just trying to go. Unfortunately, not everybody heeds to blue flags immediately. Personally, I'm also in that same boat. I will wait a little bit until it's good for me, where it's safe to move out of the way. I don't want to hurt my own race, yet I don't want to hurt anybody else's. Oh, a little wide there, I think. Back to the TV cameras. Eventually he does get out of our way. I just don't know where. And I'm using every bit of track and some. I think I got a track penalty there. At least my warning for it. And Here's where I discovered drafting is a real thing here. And I actually did tap the brake. I didn't want to gain time and get another penalty. With this being my first race, I think I started 16th on the grid. I was horrified because Spa is a scary place in the middle of the pack because you don't want to run the person over in front of you, but at the same time, you don't want to get ran over. Oh, there we go, slide in the rear again. Just trying to put every bit down. We have a battle behind us with a red Ferrari and a Aston Martin. And that will come into that will come into tuition later on. Here we go down the straightaway. Mustang power flashing the lights, getting in his head. Got the draft. I moved over, not necessarily to make a move, just to see what's coming up. Sometimes when you get tucked behind somebody and you're not 100% sure where you're gonna have to hit the brakes, it's easier just to move out of line just to get a reference point. It might hurt you a little bit in the corner, but I'd rather lose a little time to the person than mess up and wreck the person, and then yours and his race is done. So it looks like the Audi, ignoring the blue flags, actually just started outrunning us. Let's see if I get a chance to see what position we are in. I might be in 10th. I cannot remember. Does it tell me where I'm at on this if I... Doesn't tell me. Oh, look at that. We have a HUD. We have a HUD with everything on it. There we go. Now this is important. How did I not have that up to fill in the blank spaces we are currently missing? Well, there we go. Got a great run on here, but just not enough. Unfortunately, well, I don't know if it's unfortunate or not, but ACC has gotten the balance of the cars pretty good. Unfortunately, every car does have a slight advantage somewhere, and McLaren is the favorite right now. Everybody loves the McLaren. Me, I couldn't get a handle on the McLaren. I might now with the new wheel I use, but oh, he cut the course a little bit trying to stay ahead of me, but I'm right there now behind him. Just God, I don't know. I like it. Just a meaty sounding car. There we go on the inside, looking for it on the brakes hard. Every bit of Mustang capacity brakes, which I know they're not known for having brakes. But I did take the lead, I did take the spot from him. I'm now up to 9th. And he is got me razzled right now because he is not wanting me to have that spot. I can take the mouse off the screen. And now we have a Ferrari in the mix and an Aston Martin. We have a variety of colors here. And so everybody is, oh, I didn't realize that the Aston got a little racy with the Ferrari. So that's how he got by. And then there's another Ferrari. It's a good mix of cars right here. You know, you have 2 mid-engine and 2 front-engine. They're different makes at that. But right now, I'm kind of trying to just get into cruise control, where I just know I got to hit my marks and everything. I do have a blue car, a white and blue car, another McLaren, in front of me. And unfortunately, I still don't know what I did wrong. But the I have I am getting tongue tied. The thing that shows the positions in race, I don't know how I turned it off, and I'm trying to turn it back on because at some point, I don't know how, but I saw a blue flag when I got up to him. So I assumed he was a back marker and did not pressure much because I didn't want to lose my race to a back marker. And come to realize that he is not a back marker, and it gets very racy towards the end. With the cars you see on screen too, like look, we got a 5-car battle right here. There's another Ferrari in the mix now. It's a purple and red, black one, and we got our red one behind. Now I'm just trying to get the best out of this Mustang without knowing what I'm actually doing in it. Now, I know that you want a car to be slammed to the ground, but at the same time, I was wondering mid-race if I should have raised my car on the front just a little bit. Because you want it the closest to the ground as possible for downforce reasons. But if I would have raised it up just a little bit, that would have helped the car maybe roll in the corner a little bit, putting more mechanical grip down. But I don't know. I'm actually quite bad at tuning in this game. I know very little, and the little bit that I know is just to kind of make the car drivable for me. Like, I'm pretty sure that there's setups that the car would still be drivable and be a second faster. Oh, we got a big dive in there from the Aston Martin. And we got a 4-car battle right there. And I'm just, oh, that might have been a track limit thing. Now I'm up to him now. Now I'm like, let's go. I'm ready to go for it. Starting midfield 16th or so. Definitely top 10 was what I wanted, especially not having experience in this car. But if I have a chance to make it any higher than top 10, I'm going to take it. Right now, okay, the car shows 9th. Oh, there we go. This is like one of the TV cameras. We're on board now. Going for it. 2 laps left of fuel in the car. No worries. See, he went a little wide there to get better exit, I think. But this Mustang, like I can get up on the curbs. And they're just hard on the brakes and just I'm on you now. I'm also choking right there. That is heavy on the choking. Because I don't know if it is my setup or just that corner. Like some corners in certain cars, you can actually just stay in it, go for it, you're good. The Mustang seemed like there was a very fine edge there that sometimes I could make it, some I had to lift. And right there, we're on board. I am now back with the head games. That's because I think he's a back marker. Look at that. Best lap, last lap. I'm slower than my best. I like that updates. So he got a better run through there than I did. I am still considered a silver driver in this game. But I have I've got a good safety rating. I think it's like 87. Oh, back end's all over the place. There we go. I got it planted in second gear. Oh, look at that behind me. We got a pink Ferrari. And we are getting closer to the end of the race. Where's the TV camera when you need it? Here it is. I think this is the last lap. At this point, I know that he is not a back marker. And I have got a car right on me. In my head right now, I'm like, I can't be outdone by a Ferrari. So I actually think it's the rearview mirror. It looks like he's on me on the rearview mirror. And that is why I missed the apex like I did, because I thought he was there, but when I checked the replay, I could have probably chopped his nose off, but it really wasn't worth the risk. Back down to 10th, but I am right on him. Trying to do everything I can, and this is big dive from him there. They bump each other. I try to cut to try to get a run. Now the Aston comes into it, tries to drag race me. Not happening. Mustang power still better than you. But like for what is this? 8th place I finished. So to be able to do that is and survive a race like that, that's pretty fantastic. Now we're just all in the pits. So so that's it for this video. I hope everybody has enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.